There you go, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? That is a really simple cook. Fantastic high quality garlic butter chicken Brie potatoes. Amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today a really tasty cook, a little bit in a pan, and we're going to roast some potatoes. These are new potatoes. Okay, I've chopped them across and I'll just chop this one in a second so you see exactly what I've done, but come on, we're chopping potatoes. I've got a couple of chicken breasts in here we're going to season, and we're making a sauce with packet Brie cheese. Most people eat Brie cheese, whatever, but you know, you can make a fantastic sauce with this. We're going to do a garlic butter potato Brie sauce. We're going to pan fry the chicken. We're going to bring it all together. Simple cook. Very, very high quality dinner. Everybody can make this. It's so simple. It really is simple. We're going to do it now. Come on. Brie, there you go. It's in a packet. We'll get to that in a minute. Potatoes. All I have done is I've washed and dried my potatoes, and I've done that. First job, we need to get this in the oven. Oven on at 220. We're going to put a roast on this. All it is a little bit of olive oil. Now you can use any oil, come on. And we're going to put in here some salt and pepper. And we're going to give it a mix up, and we're going to chuck it in the oven so we get a nice roasted new potato. That brings a flavour, you know. Everybody cooks boiled potatoes, but forgets if you roast them, you'll get a fantastic flavour. There you go, we got some coating on there. We're going to stick that in the oven. Now that's going in there for about 25-30 minutes, somewhere around about there. We've got some garlic because we're making a garlic sauce. Big as small as you like, as usual, give it a mashing. Now that will do for me. I want to see garlic in here. It's a garlic sauce. You can have it as fine as you like. No worries. Shallot or onion, up to you. I've got this bit of onion that's left, so I'm going to use it. Of course I am. Okay, we want some diced onion. There you go. You wouldn't normally do that. You would slice an onion properly, but I'm not wasting it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We've got some Brie here, look. And this will have a white rind on. So in here, and what we need to do is trim around the rind. We don't need it all. You make a decision. You know, if you keep the rind on, you actually keep a lot of flavour. We want cubes of Brie. Now you can take some of this white rind off there. Just like that. Try not to take too much cheese though. Now, if you keep it, you have a stronger sauce. If you get rid of it, you have a silkier sauce. Now, I think we've got enough going on there. You know, we could even take a little bit of that off. We'll keep that. So let's get rid of that. Now we want some cubes of Brie because we want to melt it into our sauce. So just cube it up and chuck it in a bowl. Our chicken then, I've got chicken breasts. Now we're just going to season straight in this bowl. We want it to go in there with some garlic powder. Now this, oh, we got a bug, look. Let's get rid of that. There you go. Welcome to Asia. We have some sweet paprika in there. There will be enough here to dust both sides, don't worry. I'm just chucking it on here. A little bit of salt. A little bit of black pepper. Give it a good mix up. Now with using paprika, try and rub it into the skin a little bit more, because paprika has a tendency to catch, and we really don't want burnt chicken. There you go, that's looking good enough. So come on, let's bring in a pan and let's get cooking. It's a straightforward one, a little bit of olive oil in there and butter. What a nice little flame on. And we are going to cook the chicken. Now we're going to cook the chicken in there about 4 minutes each side, thereabouts. We'll take it out, we're going to rest it. In there, your chicken breast. So I'll give it a turn. We want about 4 minutes on each side. So we're looking for some colour. And you can turn it as many times as you like. Of course you can. So I'll have them flip back over again. So you can see I've only done like a minute a bit each side. Flip them back again. It's the only way we're going to get this partially cooked. These are quite large chicken breasts. I'll have it up on the side quickly. Stick them together. Smells absolutely amazing. And we've had about 4 minutes on each side. We're in a bowl, okay? Just take that out of there. Put that in there and cover it. Cover it over. Nice bit of foil over there. Job done. Onions in there. You don't have to mess, we've got some flavour going on there. In fact, we're going to add a little bit more butter. Let's come in there with some more butter. Now we are going to use all that gunge that's on the bottom of the pan from the chicken. There is a little bit of flavour in there, you know. It's a very tasty, rich sauce, this one. In there, your garlic. Nice little 30 seconds sat there, and then stir it in. In it goes. I got some chicken stock made out of a cube. In there. Nice little stir on there, look. Okay, we want to be turning it down. Got that nice little simmer going on there. Now we want to be putting our sauce together. A little splash of Worcester sauce, you can use Henderson's. Dijon mustard in there. Fresh thyme if you have it, if you only have dried. A little pinch of dried thyme in there. Just bring that in. Add your cream. Bring that in. Smells absolutely incredible. That is a fantastic smelling sauce right there. We'll just have a little 2 minutes on bringing that in there, and then we're going to add our parmesan and brie. We're going to turn the heat down really low, and we'll melt the brie in a little bit at a time. In there, your parmesan, and start introducing your brie. We want this to melt in here. Just keep stirring it till it dissolves. Okay, we got most of the brie melted. You see some left there, look. That is going to dissolve anyway in the sauce, so don't worry about that. So we need to reintroduce our chicken about 12 to 15. It's got to finish cooking in that sauce. Now if you've got any juices, you can add it if you so wish. For all those using a thermometer or anything like that, about 74 degrees on the chicken breast, 165F internal temperature. Just keep giving it a little gentle stir. We got cheeses in here which will stick to the bottom. Okay, we can be having those roasties out of there. That is what we are talking. That is real. Fantastic flavour on those new potatoes. We've got a lovely crunch and stuff going on there, look. What we're going to do, we'll keep a couple back and we're going to put the rest in here. Now yes, they're not going to stay crunchy, but it's about the flavour. If we keep some back, we could put one or two on the plate to make them stay crunchy. So we need to be introducing some of these potatoes. There you go. You're just not going to get the flavour if you boil the potato. These we can bring in. Let them absorb that cheesy flavour onto that surface. Oh yeah. Okay, in there with a good pinch of parsley. Stir it in. Keep a little back to go on the top. Absolutely perfect. A little bit of cracked black pepper in there. And that is one fabulous, high quality, easy cooked dish. Let's get it on the table, come on. So we want a few of those potatoes on there. That gives us a nice outer ring, if you like, of our roasties. Now a nice way to serve this is with green beans on there. Some of that sauce and those cooked potatoes. And on there, a nice juicy chicken breast. Now you can slice it if you so wish, and if you want some more sauce, it's on there. There you go, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? That is a really simple cook. Fantastic high quality garlic butter chicken Brie potatoes. Amazing. That is absolutely amazing. There we go, a super high quality dinner. We got the flavour from those roast potatoes. We got the crunch of the potatoes we left round the side. That brings the flavour. That brings the flavour with that Brie and Parmesan sauce. A little bit of garlic in there, look, can you see it? Absolutely sensational, mind-blowing. What a flavour combo. That Brie and Parmesan with the garlic is off the charts. In here on this chicken, we got our chicken breast, look, straight through there. Look at that. Look how moist that is. Look there. Absolutely sensational, perfectly cooked chicken in here. We've got to have some of that, haven't we? We've got to get some of that lush chicken with this sauce. Oh yeah. Absolutely sensational. If you serve it with some green beans or veg of choice, cauliflower works really well with this. What a fabulous meal. There you go, that's an absolutely delicious, sensational, easy cook. Fabulous sauce with that garlic, the Parmesan, the Brie brings this. It's a fabulous flavour. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends. Tell them how to put a high quality dinner on the table. Remember, roast those potatoes for that flavour. Oh, and that crunch. Amazing. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Oh, we'll catch you in the next video. That is amazing.